Hello, this is a video presentation brought to you by Mopart Vehicles. This is one of our newly acquired cars in the range. It's our Peugeot 307. This is the S model, so the S variant. It's the 1.6 HDI diesel, the 90 horsepower. So they do two types, they do 110 and a 90 horsepower. This is the 90 horsepower version. Now please feel free to do any checks on the car. There is a registration number. Now most of my pictures will have my Mopart Vehicles on there, but number plates on there, but please feel free to do any checks on the car. Now if you do any checks over the next couple of days or so, you'll probably find that there's only about a month's worth of MOT, but we are going to be MOTing the car, so it'll have a full 12 months MOT. Service on the car was completed last year. I think it was back end of October 2016. Now on these cars, they're not due a service for at least 12,000 miles or 2 years. Timing belt is not required to be changed until 110,000 miles, so you've got about 20,000 miles before the timing belt needs to be replaced. Now why we do these videos is we'll try and give you an appraisal on the car, sort of you know, our honest appraisal on the vehicle, so you can make your own decisions before you turn up to have a look around the car. Now I'm just briefly going around the outside of the vehicle, but I will go into a more detailed appraisal. In the service book there are 8 service stamps. 5 of them are all done by Peugeot, 3 are being done by independent garages. So let's start off. We'll tend to start off on the offside front, so driver's side front. Now this particular car is equipped or fitted with Pirelli P7 tyres all the way around. It's got approximately 6mm of tread on the fronts and 7 on the rears. Now what we'll try and do, we'll try and give you an idea of a look down the side of the car, just so you can pick up any kind of reflections. Now this car has got a couple of trolley dents down it. There's a couple I can see that are on the driver's door and one on the rear. Nothing major, but you can see it's all really nice bright paintwork. There's no dulling of paintwork. The car is nearly 10 years old now. Please don't expect a brand new car when you turn up. It will have a couple of trolley dents here and there and a couple of hairline scratches, but that's what happens really with cars. We don't tend to, you know, paint a whole car, you know, unless it's something that's virtually brand new and it needs a bit of paintwork. We'll do that, but we'd rather leave them as they are. Of course, they do go into our preparation team. They do a few little touch-ups here and there. Check all our levels for us because the car isn't due a service as yet, just so the new owner will get a car that is 100% checked over. Now just try and give you an idea of the rear wheels. Again, all really nice. You can probably see the Pirelli logo on there. Now a couple of these wheels are absolutely fine. A couple of them have been touched up where they've been scuffed, but again, it's to be expected. Now it's got rear parking sensors fitted on the car. They've been fitted by the previous owner. They're not colour coded or anything like that. The reason why you don't really want to colour code them, they do tend to interfere sometimes with the functionality of how they work. And you've got a tow bar fitted here as well. Just open the boot for you. There we go. And if I opened it up first using the remote. Right. So it looks like that bag there is a super guard bag, so it looks like the car's been super guarded in the past. That's a paintwork treatment. Then you've got your mats there in the car, it's all been cleaned. You've got your spare wheel, goes underneath. Now there is a bit here, a bit of paint. Looks like someone, believe it or not, has touched that up with a totally different, like a really dark, well it's actually black under there, but it looks like someone's tried to touch it up. That's going to be touched up. It's not going to be repainted, but it'll be touched up in the correct colour. Rear wheels, have a look there as well. Again, it's got the Pirelli P7, and I think there's a couple of little scuffs up there. And then what we'll try and do, we'll try and get a view down the side of this car as well, or this side of the car, just so you can see it's all really nice. There's one trolley dent on here, which is on that sort of door edge just about there. You may be able to pick it up, you may not. It's not massive or anything like that. Okay. And again, the front tyre, which I mentioned to you, they've got approximately 6mm of tread on the front and 7 on the rear. There we go. Now you are going to get a few little stone chips on front the bonnet and the leading edge of the bumper. It's to be expected. It will tend to happen on, unless you're looking at buying a brand new car, they will tend to have a few stone chips. They are going to be touched up. Now looking at the windscreen here, it is still fitted with its original Peugeot windscreen, and it all looks really, really good to me. There's a tiny little chip, which is just about here. You can probably just pick that up. But again, in photos you won't pick this up. This is the reason why we tend to do these videos. So it's dragging on a bit now. We're about 6 minutes. Let's show you inside. Now this car has got 2 remotes with it. That bleeping you can hear is just because the keys are still in the ignition. I'm just trying to show you inside. There's no tears. Let's take the keys out of the ignition. That'll start them. Switch the lights off as well, that'll be handy. Right, just to show you the seats, there's no tears, there's no rips. Again, you may get a little bit of wear around here on the bolster. All really nice and clean in there. Show you the back. Again, there's nothing untoward, no real bad staining, no ripping of the seats, no tearing. Doesn't look like there's any baby seats that have been in the back or anything like that to cause the seat to go all a bit sagging. Right, let's there we go. Show you again here. And then we'll show you the passenger side. Locking wheel nut key, I believe. Yeah, there we go. Locking wheel nut key is in glove box. We've got a full book pack with the car as well. So what I'll do finally, I'll just start the car up. Show you there's no warning light staying on. Apologies for any jiggling around. Let's move this seat back so I can move back as far as possible. There we go. So let's just put the ignition on. Ignition's on there. All the lights come on. Okay, and let's just start her up. See, all the lights will go out. The only lights that won't go out will be the handbrake, which if I release the handbrake just tells you the oil's okay. Release the handbrake, and then the other one is to do with the seat belt. So this is your oil temperature. That's your oil temperature on there, and then you've got your fuel and your temperature gauges. Let's put the radio on so you can see the radio is all working. And you've also got air conditioning on the car, which is nice and cold. Right, let's just switch her off. Right, again that's just telling me that I've left the keys in the ignition. So apologies, it's gone on for just over 9.5 minutes, or coming up to 9.5 minutes. So if there's any vehicles that we've got, or you want to know any more information on this particular car, please don't hesitate to give us a call. We can bring cars to you within reason. We're not going to be travelling sort of, you know, 50, 60, 70 miles just to show someone a car, but we're happy to jump in a car. If you're sort of like, you know, 10, 15 miles away, we'll jump in a car and bring it out to you, because we know not everybody can get out to us. So thank you very much for your time, and hope to speak to you soon. Thank you.